Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to F1 26, my team career mode. Going to be going to Canada this week for the Canadian Grand Prix Round 3 this is. And in terms of, updating you guys on the development of the car and such, we haven't really had many upgrades between now and the Miami Grand Prix. But there is a lot of upgrades like in development, in the pipeline, you could say as well. So I'm hoping that by the time we get to is it Catalonia that's next? Yeah. So I'm hoping by the time we get to Catalonia that we'll have a huge upgrade package, but until then we are just rocking with what we've got. But Canada is always a track that I really enjoy, and it's a track that I feel like I am just better at than most. So hopefully that can kind of counteract our lack of upgrades on the car, but we'll see.
It's a sprint weekend here at the track, and before we can go racing, we need to go qualifying. Who will be on pole for the sprint to come? We're about to find out.
So yeah, of course, Canada is a sprint weekend as it was in real life, and it's a little overcast here. We are projected to we can have a look here, but yeah, it's supposed to be dry all through sprint quali, as it says dry but overcast at the top there, but then during the sprint there's supposed to be a little bit of rain towards the end of the sprint, and then Q1 it says it's going to be dry, but then it might start raining in Q3. He didn't say that on the initial load in screen when you can pick the practice and the qualifying. It didn't say that, so that's a bit interesting. But then during the race there's also projected to be some rain towards the end of it. But I think, sprint quali, it's short, you only get one set of tires, so I'm gonna fuel up for a couple of laps here, and then I'm just gonna do a lap, do a cool down lap, do a lap, do a cool down lap, kind of how they do in real life. So I have fueled the car up for 3 laps here. So I'm hoping we can actually get 3 laps in. Otherwise, I've just put a bunch of fuel in the car that we don't need.
It's been pushed down into P14.
Okay, we haven't even set a lap time, so calm down, Mike. But yeah, I've put a bunch of fuel in the car. This first lap is not going to be very impressive at all, but we'll see what we can get for the banker time at least. Okay, to the line now, and P8, the 112.8, okay. Ahead of Gabby in the Audi and Behrman in the Haas. I feel like that's kind of where we are. I don't think I showed you guys, but we're above Aston Martin, and then I think we're a little bit above Cadillac, and then we're a tick or two behind Audi and Williams, and I think Haas is a bit above them maybe, but we are approaching the midfield. Okay, through the final chicane, we've got 3 tenths about. That'll get us to P14. That was our 3rd lap. I did do, obviously the 2nd lap, but we just didn't improve on that lap. So then we went again. We might have enough time to go for another one. I'm going to see if I can get round to go again, but we'll see if I can get another lap in here. We are going to make the line, but we'll see if we can get any improvement. I kind of doubt that we'll be able to, but we will see. Okay, we are not going to improve that lap. Actually, kind of... We'll qualified 15th, so we'll make it into SQ2. But on the final chicane there, I hit the wall of champions. Only damaged the front wing a bit, but I mean, that was enough to...
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty
to
more
negate
coming up
anything,
over the rest of the
although we
weekend,
weren't
so we'll
improving
see you all
anyway.
tomorrow.
Lando Norris is 6th, and he's a second behind Charles Leclerc. Like, Leclerc is basically half a second above Russell. He is flying in this qualifying. So yeah, we're in 15th. Stroll makes it in 16th, and then Behrman in 17th. Our teammate for sure qualifies in last. 8 tenths behind us. I mean, I'm not really surprised at this point, to be honest with you. Okay, our first flying lap here in SQ2. I've only filled the car up for one run this time. I do think that we're going to be able to make it back to the pits for a second run. But if not, we'll just make this run hopefully the best we can. I'm not expecting to get out of SQ2. So I'm really just kind of hoping for as high as we can get. But it is a sprint race. This is kind of just, you know, another practice session for the full Grand Prix.
And we've dropped to P12.
Because, you know, there's not really much of a chance to get into the points in a sprint, right? Seeing as it is P8 that we need to get to for the first points paying position, but you know, we can always try. Because we'll go through the final chicane here. Head to the line, and it'll be a 112 flat for P11. We are ahead of Colapinto, and that seems to be it at the moment. Okay, we are going to make this final lap here. And yeah, we're in P12 right now. We'll see if we can improve any more, but again, I'd be shocked if we make it out of Q2. We're not going to improve. We were like within a tenth of improving the entire lap, but then not a great final chicane there, and yeah, we ended up losing about a tenth and a half. So we'll qualify P12 for tomorrow. Well, yeah, the sprint, that's tomorrow in the game, but
And that's it for sprint qualifying.
obviously not
Plenty more
tomorrow
coming up
in
over the rest of the weekend, so
in
we'll
real
see you all
time.
tomorrow.
Leclerc actually didn't go quickest in this session. Hamilton did, so the Ferrari looks like the car to beat right now. But yeah, I mean, 2 tenths behind Ocon, just beat out Gasly and Behrman and Alonso as well. Behrman and Alonso are separated by, what is that, 1,000th of a second? Very close there, but we'll just head to the grid for the sprint race, and it is supposed to be raining towards the end of it.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Leclerc, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Verstappen, Antonelli, Sainz, Albon and Isaac Hadja, Ocon, Cordial, Pierre Gasly and Behrman, Alonso, Colapinto, Lance Stroll and Valtteri Bottas, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Lawson, Lindblad, Perez and Richard Verschoor rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Gnomes. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. What a track this is, and what a challenge for the drivers this weekend. Long straights, heavy braking zones, and a very green surface to start with.
This happens to be one of the drivers' favourites. It is a low downforce circuit that is fast and flowing, but it is also demanding on the brakes. And be careful, because let's not forget the wall of champions that catches out so many.
Okay. Very clear,
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
like very clear blue skies out, so I guess the rain is going to be very like rapid in it approaching, right? But yeah, it is supposed to be clear skies. Will get a bit cloudy, and then the rain should be coming towards the end of the lap of the race, probably around lap 8 or 9, I would imagine. And then, I mean, it says it's going to be light, then heavy, then light. So we might have to pit for inters, and then we'll probably finish the race on that compound. But there's not much for like strategy of different tires or anything. I did say earlier we might not have a chance for points, but starting in P12, there's potentially a chance that we could get up into P8 and maybe get our first points this season. Okay, lining up on the grid here. We'll be careful not to overshoot it like we did in Miami.
That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
And the 5 red lights.
Drive-through penalty. You've got a drive-through penalty.
Well, we went early, and now we have a drive-through. So that'll put us down to the very back of the grid, of the pack rather, not the grid, as we're having a decent scrap there with Gasly.
On the internal combustion engine, be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Yeah, we do have a bit of wear on that. I didn't change it before we went to sprint quali, and I figured we would just we're banging tires here with Gasly, as we would just change it for our full qualifying qualifying for the full Grand Prix. But it won't really matter now because we have a drive-through penalty. So yeah, we're gonna have to come in, serve that, and then I mean, this is probably gonna be a very short sprint race for you guys as an audience, right? Because I mean, there's not going to be anything to show, but maybe we'll get some rain later.
Yellow flag. Okay, and that's
Oh.
a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive.
Oh, shit.
And let's have you straight into the pit lane, please.
Okay, so we got a red flag. Antonelli spun it, maybe, and then Behrman hit him.
Okay, we've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
And we're starting on lap 7, and we're coming out on full wet tires. So the rain is officially here, and it's bucketing down. It looks like it's going to be raining pretty much the entire rest of the sprint. It looks like it could ease up for a minute, but then it's going to be raining again. So I guess we'll just go on to full wets.
Back on track. Let's make the best of this restart. Let's go.
Antonelli has a drive-through penalty. We didn't get a drive-through penalty. I was making very sure not to jump the start, then we're a bit late on it.
Gap to your teammate ahead, 5.1 seconds.
I will say, we were making quite good progress in the dry rather, before that red flag. As Behrman's being very annoying right there. I tried to go to the left, he wouldn't let us. Tried to go to the right, he wouldn't let us.
Tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Ah, okay. Gotta be careful, you know, obviously you get less grip in the rain here. And on full wets as well, so gotta be very careful here. But yeah, we're making very, like, good progress to catching up to the rest. That's not a great term. Catching up to the rest of the pack when we were on the dries, right? I was taking out about a second a lap to the guys at the back, which was like Vishor, the 2 Cadillacs, and it was one of the Audis. I think it was Bortoleto, if I'm remembering it right. Trying to get past it, but we physically can't. We are going to actually end up making a dive on... Okay. We made a dive bomb on our teammate for sure, and then also Behrman, and then we ended up hitting the wall. But I think we are fine. We maybe got a little bit of damage on the front wing, but it should be fine. We're in 21st position now. There's a dry line starting to form on the track, but it just kind of feels like we're on skates right now. Just trying to keep it on the road. George Russell will win the sprint, as we are on the final lap here. Didn't really do much. We kind of just stayed in the same place the entire time, even the same gaps to the cars around us, right? About 2 seconds to Behrman, second and a half-ish to Vishor behind. But, I mean, the race didn't even stop at all at any point. So, yeah, the radar seemingly is not always 100% accurate, but yeah, a little bit of a shame. I feel like we may have had a chance to get points if we didn't have that mistake at the start of it with the false start in the drive-thru, right? But it is what it is. We'll we'll see
that's an end to the
how we go in.
Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.
In full quali, right? It's supposed to be raining there as well, as Albon gets the final points position. But yeah, I mean, Kimi spun it, and then he had to have a drive-through. Franco also spun it on the second last lap. But yeah, normally I'm pretty good in the rain, but I don't know. It just felt like I couldn't keep the car on the track.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here in Canada at the wonderful Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Who's going to come out fastest of all in the next hour? Yes, it's time for qualifying.
Okay, full qualifying here. And I had a look at the projected radar before this, and it said it wasn't going to be raining, but this thing says that it is going to be raining. So I guess there's a chance it starts raining towards the end of qualifying, right? The end of Q2 and then into Q3. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I would be surprised if we did end up making it into Q3. Q2 I wouldn't be surprised by. I put a whole new engine in. So we got a full fresh engine for this qualifying and then the race. So hopefully that'll help us to, I guess, maximize the car here, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway. Okay, our first lap here. P5 with a 1:12.3. That's not actually that good, considering we did a 1:12 flat in the sprint quali. Although we are ahead of Leclerc. So that is something, as George is being a nuisance. Okay. It didn't really matter, we weren't on a lap anyway, but I mean, that is a promising lap time though. Well, so I've come out for our second flying lap, and we're actually not even going to make it. So that's a bit annoying, but we do get through in P7. So I guess we didn't need it. I kind of just went out of habit. But yeah, I guess we never really needed to go out again. And we'll make it through in P7. Of course, our teammate doesn't make it through, but he's not in last. Colapinto didn't even set a time. Interesting. But for sure is not in last place. He beat Stroll. Which I wouldn't say is the biggest accomplishment, but it's still an accomplishment. Right? Anyway, Q2. And yeah, I mean, it's saying that it's going to be raining later, so I think right now we just... I normally like to do it where I would do one set, like one banker lap on a set of scrub tires, and then do our final lap on our set of fresh tires. But if it's going to be raining later, I think I might just have to go out now and just do it on the fresh set now, so we don't risk anything. Okay, down the back straight here on our first flying lap. Oh, that wasn't a great turn in, but here's what it is. Anyway, to the line, 1:12.092. That's good enough for P5. Ahead of Sainz and Ocon. I don't know if that's going to be good enough to get into Q3. We'll have to wait and see. But, I mean, the sky is already, you know, quite cloudy, getting darker. There's a chance that these are the only laps that we see in Q2. Okay, so it's just ticked over to under 2 minutes now. And, I mean, it is raining. You can see it on the camera here. It has started to rain, so that's going to be the end of qualifying. We're in P8. I doubt anyone else would go out, and they're not going to. The rain has come, and yeah, that'll be the end of Q2. Only one lap, but one lap is all we needed. We got into Q3. For the first time as a team, we have gotten into Q3. Kimi got caught out though. I mean, Hadjar did as well. He doesn't make it in. But yeah, we made it through into Q3. And it's supposed to be raining to start, and then it's supposed to get dry later. So we'll see. I mean, right now we do have the inters on. So I'm thinking... I mean, the session goes for 12 minutes. It's supposed to be dry in 10 minutes time. So it's supposed to... It might be dry by the time we do our final laps, but I think I'm going to go out and do, you know, our lap on inners, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, across the line here, and P9. Okay, I mean, it could have been worse, but I don't know. I mean, I did have a little bit of a snap of oversteer. I think it was even around here. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised by that result. Okay, so we are heading onto our second lap here in Q3, and you'll notice that the rain has stopped and everyone is on soft tires now. So it's essentially back to a level playing field, and again, we will see how high we can get. Okay, we're up basically 7 seconds, although don't let that fool you. Everyone will be up by that. Leclerc is 113.8. We might have got 113.7. We're in P6. Okay. So I honestly, a part of me thought that we would be in last place, like P10, because there was a couple corners where I went deep on. I didn't hit the apex very well. But we're only 5/10 off George. There could have been a chance that we had gotten pole. I honestly think we lost at least 2-3 tenths in one corner that I braked way too late for. So there might have been a chance, but yeah, I mean, the track just got quicker and quicker, and we are up in P6. Hopefully, that gives us a good chance to get our first points of the season in the full Grand Prix, and hopefully we don't jump the start and have a drive-through penalty again.
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to the variant of this track back in 1978, and it was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Norris, and Sir Lewis Hamilton. Cordial, Leclerc, Sainz, Gasly, and Esteban Ocon. Hadja, Perez, Alex Albon, and Behrman. Alonso, Antonelli, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Valtteri Bottas. Lawson, Lindblad, Hulkenberg, Verschoor, Stroll, and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And joining me in the commentary box today with the best view on what is about to unfold and some strong views on the action we're about to see, Naomi Schiff. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada, what a track this is, and what a challenge for the drivers this weekend. Long straights, heavy braking zones, and a very green surface to start with.
This happens to be one of the drivers' favourites. It is a low downforce circuit that is fast and flowing, but it is also demanding on the brakes. And be careful, because let's not forget the wall of champions that catches out so many.
Okay, so
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
we're here in Canada. Now, I don't know if it's going to be noticeable on the video, but this is not me recording on the same day as the first half of the video. I was maybe 80% through the race. when I was doing my original recording, and the game just like crashed. Like it froze up, it crashed, and then yeah, unfortunately I couldn't. There's no like, I mean, I think there is like a mid-race save option, but there's no like automatic one. So yeah, unfortunately we have to start this from the start, and it is really annoying because the race that was happening was very entertaining. There was, I think, 3 red flags. There was, I mean, there's still going to be rain today, but there was rain, like 3 red flags, I think 2 or 3 crashes as well. Like, there was a lot of entertainment in the last race, but unfortunately, that race doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah, I guess we just start new here. And I mean, it is going to be a 3-stop today. I'm going hard, medium, soft. Now, again, in the first race that we did, I did start on hards as well, but there ended up being a red flag within like the first 10 laps, so that kind of screwed us. Now, I don't know if those type of things are programmed into the game to happen no matter what. If it is, then we're kind of fucked, I guess. Although, I don't know, it ended up kind of working out in the other one, but yeah, my plan is go on the hards till, yeah, about lap 15 or 16, then go into the mediums until the rain, and then after the rain, either go onto the softs or back onto the mediums, depending on how much wear they have. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, we will line up on the grid here. And I think today,
let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights
our
out.
kind of like
Keep an eye on the lights.
main
The start
aim
sequence will begin as soon as the grid
is going to
formed.
be like
Be ready with the clutch.
maybe P8 or P7 at the most, as we are underway here. But yeah, like with the McLarens, the Ferraris all around us, I don't, as Lewis kind of forces us onto the grass there, yeah, with the Ferraris and McLarens, Red Bull, Mercedes, those guys around us, I don't think there's much of a point as Leclerc just goes straight past us. I don't think there's much of a point in fighting these guys, just because they are much quicker, they have better cars than us. Like, that's very apparent. So I think the Alpine, I'm kind of on the fence about putting up a fight against, but like the Williams and the Haas, we could definitely fight. My kind of idea, I think I did something similar to this in, again, in the race that no longer exists, but my idea is to kind of try to follow,
Okay, overtake enabled.
like, these faster cars in front of us, to try and get them to like drag us along. So if I can stick with them, hopefully that would work, although we're kind of losing track of them already, unfortunately. As Gasly is going to try and move on the inside here, we're going to cut in front of him and really just force him to try it again. But I mean, he's on a quick compound. The Alpine is, of course, a faster car than ours. Pretty much everyone is, except for like the Cadillac and the Aston Martin, I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering that right. Gasly is just going to go flying by. There's not much we can do there.
Focus. We need to stay on form.
Might see if we can't get past him on this straight here. We are catching him, deploying a bunch of battery. We're going to go to the inside, hit the brakes, make the corner. Got to leave him some room. And we'll get back ahead for now.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes. So there's actually, maybe there's a chance that we could take these hards to the wet period. We'll have to see, as Leclerc might actually try, he is. He's going to try a dive bomb into the hairpin. He's there on the inside. We are going to stay ahead for now, but I am assuming, yeah, he's going to be able to get past us on this back straight. Science is actually going to have a go as well.
Right, you've got boost mode.
We're going to pull to the
now.
left.
Use it if you want to.
We're actually going to brake later than Gasly, and we are going to get past him as we go onto the start-finish straight. Almost ran to the back of Leclerc there. These three here, Piastri and the two Ferraris, they have been fighting basically every lap. That it's slowing them up. And we're really just catching them almost every lap, as Sainz is going to get past us. He got past Gasly, it looks like. Well, I mean, obviously, but Gasly is now in 9th place. Ocon's still in 10th. We're going to try to get back past Sainz, and we will do into turn 1. But yeah, Hamilton, Leclerc, and Piastri, they've all just been fighting the entire time, you know, swapping back and forth. And, you know, if it's not Hamilton and Piastri fighting, then it's Hamilton and Leclerc, right? So if they keep fighting, we're probably going to be able to stick with them. Maybe there's a chance we could get higher in the points, but we'll see. As Piastri is actually very slow out of that corner, we almost run to the back and we have to lift off so that we don't hit him. And we're actually going to go for a move here on Leclerc. It wasn't really planned, but we just had the speed. Like,
okay, the incident's been cleared.
Leclerc
Back up to racing speed. Come on.
actually ends up being behind us. Piastri is the lead car right now. We're going to go to the inside here. Going to go speeding by Leclerc. As I look at Leclerc, he's in a rocket ship. He went flying by. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that. Like, I get that it's the, you know, the batteries and stuff this year. That was insane pace from Leclerc on that straight though. He just went flying by like no one could stop him. Okay, Piastri did get back past us on that last straight. We've now got Sainz right behind us again. The thing is, like, yes, we're able to get past Piastri and then Leclerc for a little bit, but that is going to be short-lived. Right, again, I said at the start of the race, they are in quicker cars. They're just going to be able to get past us with ease if they want to. Sainz is going on the inside here now. We're going to go back to the inside. Hit the brakes. Oh, he might have made contact with us there. I will admit, we're very aggressive going across that final corner. There's a lock up ahead.
0.8 seconds.
So what, Piastri and Leclerc, their fight is very, you know, entertaining to watch. Unfortunately, you know, we can only really look at what is happening from my point of view.
Seeing a lot of tyre deg now. We've got a new strategy if you want to take a look at it.
It's lap 9. Soft and then medium? What? Lap 14, I reckon.
Copy.
I'm going to say keep the same strategy. And then, I mean, what are we at? 41 on the back left. That is kind of, we'll see. I don't know if we'll, yeah, I don't know. Clearly the rain is not, because, I mean, it's clear skies right now, so.
Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Okay, but how far is the rain?
Okay, dries seem like the best.
Okay, he's not
tyre
telling
now.
us. As Sainz gets past us on that straight again. We're not gonna, okay, didn't take that chicane, great. We're not gonna try and make a dive bomb there, but we will try and get him back into turn 1. Gonna go on the inside. And we'll get the move done. But yeah, clearly the rain isn't coming anytime soon, so we're gonna have to pit again. It's just, I don't know how long it's going to be after the pit stop, so I do think that mediums are going to be the best call.
Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes time, so stay on your toes.
5 minutes? Okay, it's basically clear blue skies. Mark just said that we could get rain in the next 5 minutes. I kind of doubt that, but I guess we'll see. Russell is in now. Has he gone into another set of softs? I'm pretty sure he started the race on, maybe it was on mediums. I don't know, but I feel like there will be people starting to pit now. So
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
it'll be interesting to see, you know, what other people do strategy-wise, but I think we will come in relatively soon to change tires. Because, I mean, yeah, the back left's at 59, back right is 51. The front right's only at 27, but the front left is at 42, so we obviously are going to need to change tires within the next lap or two. Okay, we are going to be coming in at the end of this lap. Russell's caught up behind us, but I mean, he is on the soft, so it's not too surprising. We're coming in. I am going to go into the mediums. I kept asking Mark about the weather report, and he just kept saying dry is the fastest tire. So I'm going to go into the mediums, and then we should be able to take these to the wet period, rather.
Let's go, come on. Perfect job.
And then
Grab the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Whenever
One stop to go, just one stop left in this strategy.
whenever that ends, right, the wet period, as we're racing out the pits here, can we get past Lindblad? We should have the traction and we can get past him. But yeah, we will be able to take these to the wet period, and then whenever that ends. Now the thing is, it could rain all the way to the end of the race, and we might not even have to go back to dry tires, right? But we will have to pit onto inters at some point, I would assume. So
Okay, so that's boost mode available if you need it.
Okay, no it's not. I don't know what he's on about there. But yeah, we could be able to go onto a set of softs. We only have used softs, mind you, but either that or we'll just go back onto these mediums depending on how much wear they have. But we'll see. As people are starting to come in for their pit stops, Antonelli and Albon both in.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 10.5 seconds.
The main person that I am curious about where we come out ahead of them is
Richard's in the pits. Richard is in the
will
pit lane
be
now.
Sainz. We're about a second and a half, 2 seconds ahead of him. Right now he is our main race. I'm hoping the undercut does work very well for us, but we'll have to see. I mean, so far we're actually 8 seconds behind him and gaining. The hards really have just like fallen off a cliff. They were for us. I just pulled the trigger early because we know there's rain coming. I guess the AI don't do that, but I mean, a pit stop here takes what, 20-25 seconds, and at this rate we could be ahead of Piastri and Leclerc.
There appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating.
Come on, no. We've just gotten past the pit straight. We've passed Leclerc, we've passed Piastri. We might... No, okay, I was going to say we could get past Verstappen, but we won't. But we are ahead of both, well, all of Leclerc, Piastri, and Sainz. So the undercut has worked very well for us.
Watch out for jams and misgears.
That's fine, as long as we don't have, you know, an engine failure and have to retire the car, especially when we're up in the points and could potentially get our first points this season. A gearbox thing I can deal with. Leclerc is coming very fast at us right now. I mean, that Ferrari is just a rocket ship. Yes, they're on, like, he's on a soft tire, but yeah, the Ferrari in general is just an absolute menace. Oh, is there rain? There are drops of rain on the on like the camera. It's started to rain out of nowhere. I asked Mark about the weather just before Charles got past us, and he didn't say anything.
I think it's time to box now.
Box now? I mean, I think he might be right. The weather has changed so dramatically. It's come out of nowhere. I can already feel the grip starting to go. What's the tire wear off? We might be able to go back onto these mediums later, as we have no grip. The weather's just come out of nowhere. We knew there was going to be rain, but it was supposed to be much later. And it also, I didn't think it was going to come this quickly, as the FIA has...
Tyre situation's pretty touch and go right now.
We
think the slicks may still be quicker, but it's very close, and you're going to struggle to keep them in the temperature window.
The slicks are not quicker.
You need them.
But, okay, you know what, sure. But yeah, everyone's going to dive back into the pits. Maybe we should have gone to the softs. I thought that the... We had a mistake in the pit stop, of course we did. I thought that the rain was going to come a lot later. If we knew it was going to be, what is that, like 5 laps? I would have just gone to the softs, but I mean, I guess there's not really any way to know, right? So that's just racing. Gasly's coming up behind us now. I feel like, I mean, we had rain in the sprint, right? If I'm remembering it right. It's been a couple of days
doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about
since
10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Since I played this last. For some reason, I feel like normally I'm relatively like decent in the rain, but I don't know. For some reason, I can't seem to keep the car in a straight line in the rain at this track. I don't.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 27.8 seconds.
Oh, for sure, is a long way behind us. Okay, but I mean, Piastri and Leclerc, we have no chance of catching. Antonelli is making his way up the field very quickly, right? He started down in 15th or 16th, I think. So he's okay. He's probably going to catch us. The car is sliding like it's on ice right now.
4.3 seconds.
I think right now, if we can even just get a point, that'll be a success at this point. As not Leclerc, what? Gasly will get past us. I mean, we're going to try and fight him for it. We might as well. I can barely keep the car on the road.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Gasly just dropped back by about a second, just out of nowhere. If him and Antonelli can fight and just lose a whole bunch of time to me, I would definitely take that. Both Gasly and Kimi have actually caught up to the back of me now on lap 21. And I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if Kimi gets past us. Gasly, I think we can fight. I think he is a car that we can definitely fight for position. Kimi, I do doubt it. But also at the same time, I'm just trying to keep the car straight. I asked about the weather earlier, like the tyre status rather. I mean, we'll ask him again.
And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
A part of me thinks that we should be on wets right now. Like, there's no dry line forming on the track. The rain seems to just be getting heavier and heavier. Apparently, Marcus said it's going to clear up in about 10 to 15 minutes. So, like, hopefully it starts easing off, but...
Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres.
Like, every time I make a slight adjustment with the steering wheel, the car is, like, skidding around. This corner's the worst. Like, I mean, it wasn't too bad there, but the past couple of laps, every time I've gone around that corner, we almost go sideways. Okay, so it looks like the rain has stopped. The track is obviously still, you know, very wet. And, oh, okay, that's not great. And, yeah, I feel like there's maybe a chance that we could hold onto this P7. So far, we've kept Gasly and Kimi, and I think it's one of the Williams, either Sainz or Albon in P10. We've kept them behind so far. Once we go back to dries, I think we'll have a better chance to defend. It's just a question of when that is, because it's probably going to be a couple more laps before the track fully dries out. Looks like Gasly might try something here into the hairpin. He is there on the inside. And we're going to see if we can out-traction him.
Come on, you can win that
And
race back.
we did, okay. That's the thing, I feel like they've gotten very close every lap, but then out of that hairpin, we've been able to out-traction them, although with the track drying out a bit now. I mean, look at that mini-map. We have an entire train of, what is that, 7 or 8 cars just sitting behind us. I'm really hoping that we get to the dry period soon. Although, the fact that it is wet right now, that's probably helping us, because they're not, like, the AI isn't really trying to make overtakes. So, I mean, if it gets to dries, maybe that's going to be worse for us, I don't know. Kimi has now gotten past Gasly, and he's going to try something into this corner here. We're going to hold him off for now, but I mean, I said it earlier in the race, I do think that Kimi
Okay,
is someone...
We're trailing the car ahead by 29.6 seconds.
Okay, why are you telling me that then? There's no chance that we're going to catch them. We've lost a bunch of time in the wet.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
It does look very dry out there though. I just noticed it as we were going around the hairpin. This is, I don't know, we're still sliding around a little bit. Yeah, there's still some mist coming out from cars behind. We're going to leave it for now. But Kimi, I do think that Kimi has the car and is just going to be able to get by us if he wants to. So yeah, if he wants to challenge us for P7,
Not a perfect situation, but I don't
he
think we got
is
caught
probably going to be
onto a
able to.
different tyre yet.
Yeah, it's starting to look dry, but I'm still struggling to find grip out here. So, I mean, yeah, the tires aren't even that worn. So I do think that it's just, it gets close, but we're not there yet, you know.
Weather's changing now. You might want to review our strategy.
Oh,
Got that confirmed.
sure, why not? Well, the thing is, actually, I was going to say everyone ahead isn't coming in, but everyone ahead probably is past the pit lane. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Other people might not. No one else is. We are the only car on it. There's a couple. There's a Red Bull of Hadjar, and then Perez is also coming in. We're going on to the softs. These are softs that we used in qualifying, but we only have to go 4 laps on them.
Okay, off we go. Back into the
So
race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like
we
a nice
should.
stop time. We're
Yeah, we
happy with that
have to go 4 laps on these. These will take us to the end of the race, as there's a yellow flag. Bortoletto has spun it. Don't you dare tell me that this is going to be a safety car or a red flag right now. Oh, we came into lap too early as well. Okay, the heads-up display popped up for some reason. I actually don't have much grip at all out here. This might have been a mistake. We might have come in 1 lap too early. I don't know, I mean, I think it's like interchangeable right now. For sure is right behind us. like, there are parts where we're gaining time against him, but then there's also parts where we're losing time. I don't know. This might have been the wrong call. Actually, people are pitting now. Kimi has come into the pits.
That's all cleared up.
FIA has
Straight mode re-enabled.
re-enabled normal grip, or they think the normal grip levels are back. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see where we come out here. We are currently in P10. Gasly and Kimi have gotten ahead of us. Albon and Ocon behind. Ocon's on hards. So both Kimi and Gasly gained on us from
so the car behind's just come in. They're now on a soft tyre.
From that pit stop. I mean, I did say when we started this race that we were probably aiming for like 8, 9, 10. So if I can hold Albon off for this final points position, yeah, I would call it a successful race then, if we can hold Albon off. Although, he is going to have a go at us here. I just have no grip out here. We're still sliding around. It's supposed to be back to normal grip, but for some reason, we almost run into the back of Albon there. I still feel like I'm just sliding around constantly right now.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
And
17.
like we
3 seconds.
We cannot keep it on the road, as Science has actually come in a lap later than everyone, and he's on mediums. That's an interesting choice from Science, but it doesn't really matter. We're not in the points right now. I can barely keep this thing on the road. We're still sliding around. I have no grip in the corners. Like, this is really frustrating. All our pace is gone as well, and now Ocon, who's on the hard tyre, is just going to fly by. Like, now we've made contact with him, great. Like, now, granted, that was a very audacious dive bomb. It was kind of just because I'm frustrated. Like, look at that in the hairpin. I'm braking at the same spot that we did when we were on dry tyres, and like, I'm struggling to slow it down. These softs are not that... Okay.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
I'll tell you what happened. Ocon basically forced us into the wall. If we have a look here, I go to the inside. He keeps going towards the inside. If I don't move to the right here, we're gonna run into his back tire. So I have to... You can notice the steering wheel. I go a little bit to the right there. We lose all grip, start sliding around, and then we hit the corner. After all that, after a race where we could have got points, a race that was somewhat entertaining, we run into the wall because we have no grip in the dry conditions for some reason. The tyres weren't too worn. They had enough grip. Yes, they were used from qualifying, but they had grip.
Here's the checkered flag. Here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
I mean, Ocon and Haas in general, but Ocon specifically gave us trouble in Miami, didn't he? Right now, Esteban Ocon is really pissing me off, and a part of me just wants to ram him into the wall in the next race.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm
George Russell wins the Grand Prix.
Today, and I'm sure
Hamilton gets second. I think Norris got third. He did.
And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle.
This is kind of...
to George Russell.
If you swap 1 and 2 around, that's the exact same podium as it was at the Barcelona Grand Prix in real life. Well, it would have been probably close to a week ago now by the time this video comes out. It would have come out sooner, but yeah, the whole technical issues when the game crashed last time, but a really annoying way to end that race. we were on for a decent result. Then just once it started raining, that kind of fucked us. I don't know, I had no grip in the wet. Normally, I feel like I'm
Well, that was certainly an exciting
decent in the
weekend
wet,
of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action.
we
very
had
soon.
no grip, we had no ability to keep the car on the road. It was just horrible. We do end up qualifying to finish, even though we did crash, but you know, we completed, what is it? It's like, I think it's like 95% of the race or something, but I don't know. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, a little annoying that the first race didn't end up being shown. That one I think was probably more entertaining than this one, to be honest. But yeah, is what it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.